Hello, Majid English 8 here. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope they are helping you improve your speaking and other skills in English. Today I am with you with another unit of the Blue Interchange, perfect for intermediate and upper intermediate language learners. The lesson today, as we already have covered 5 units of the book, is Unit 6, named Sure, I'll Do It. So I just enlarge it for those on smaller screens. Yes. So today's talk will mainly focus on family complaints, family issues, the relations with family members. It says main areas: complaints, household chores, requests, excuses and apologies, making request, collocation, agreeing to and refusing requests, and again complaining, apologizing and giving excuses, collocations again. And our grammar today, I should say, it's not, at least the first part of the grammar is not that much of a grammar. It's mainly, I say, vocabulary, because you got to memorize a bunch of two-part verbs. Will for responding to request, not difficult, and request with modals and would you mind. Okay, so let's get down to our business today. Snapshot, family complaints. So before anything, because this word is going to get repeated a lot and a lot today, let's talk about it first. There are two words, complain and complaint. Let's go to our beautiful Longman for it and see what we got here under these two entries. So the first one,
complain,
complain with the stress on P, the second syllable, as most verbs carry their stress on the second syllable. Complain is a verb, and it says complain to someone about something. And what about the noun? The noun says
complaint,
complaint. Again, the stress on P, no difference. Complaint of something, complaint from something, complaint to something or to someone. So the story is complain is a verb, complaint is a noun. Complain to someone about something. I write it for you. Complain to somebody about something. Memorize these prepositions, very useful. So, family complaints. A list of the complaints that family members usually have about each other. And if we were in a class, I want you to read the list. But here, I do it myself, just a little enlarge it for you on your cell phones. We never have dinner together as a family. Is it a complaint about your family? If yes, please pause the video and talk about it. For example, say, yes, unfortunately, we never have dinner together as a family because my father comes back home late and I should go to, for example, class in the morning, or I should go to work early in the morning or to university early in the morning. So me and my mom usually have the dinner together, and then my father shows up late and has the dinner alone. Something like this, or anything else that is matching your family routine. Number 2, everybody is always arguing about housework. Yes or no? Give your answer. My daughter never takes her headphones off. It's a common problem among most teenagers, unfortunately. So take her headphones off. Take off. Put in, take off. I will write it for you. Put headphones, for example, in, take them off. Okay. If it is a complaint with one of your family members, please talk about it. My father criticizes everything I do. I guess yes. I guess it applies to most families. So, criticize. Let's take a look at Longman and see what it is. I know you know the meaning, but criticize with the stress on the first syllable in American English
criticize,
and in British.
criticize,
So, no difference. Criticize. Opposite of that is praise. So, criticize is a verb, and the noun for that is, because it's very much different from the verb, it doesn't have it here. Criticism. Criticism.
criticism,
Criticism, the noun. And again, the noun opposite for that is praise. So praise as a noun and as a verb is the same, but criticize, criticism. And there is a lot of words here you can use. For example, under the collocations here, you can find strong criticism, heavy or severe criticism. All the three have got the same meaning. Fierce, bitter, harsh, sharp criticism. Very big. I don't expect you to memorize them all as it's not possible, but at least in this list, maybe not a bad idea to transfer one or two beautiful ones into your vocabulary notebook. Building your vocabulary reservoir is a matter of time and patience. You need to put time, and little by little, it will happen. So criticize someone, and the noun for that, criticism. My husband never helps around the house. Help around the house, a fixed collocation and beautiful. Helps around the house. Complaint about your family members? Please talk about it. My kids are always texting their friends. Yeah, these days. For example, if I want to talk about it, for example, I say, yeah, my son is always on his phone and is texting his classmates from the time he comes back home till afternoon and evening. He's always on his phone and talking to his friends on the phone. A simple answer like that could develop your speaking. My mother often calls me late at night. It's good. Why not? If your mother calls you. My parents don't respect my privacy. Complain about it? Okay, so you say, yeah, unfortunately, my parents never respect my privacy. They don't let me be in my room alone for myself. So when I am in my room taking care of my studies or something I'm doing in private, they just come in the bedroom without knocking on the door, without asking for permission to enter or something. Also, on my phone, I don't enjoy privacy because most of the time they come and check what I'm doing on my phone. I don't like it. A sample, simple response like this. Sample, simple. My brother never puts his phone away. He's always on his phone, never puts it aside. I guess it's common complaint. My wife always brings work home on weekends. On weekends, days of the week, on. Yeah, this is also a common complaint in most families. So, kind of, more or less, we know what we are going to talk about today, about complaints. And here, I brought some questions for you. The first question, I blacken it now, yeah. Do your parents, your children, your siblings, because I don't know which one applies to you, ever bother you? Please pause the video here and give me a response about this. Do they ever bother you? Please pause the video and talk. My sample response? Yes, unfortunately, my parents most of the time are bothering me. Maybe when I grow their age, I can understand them. But at this point of my life, no, they're just bothering me and I'm not going to understand them. They don't respect my privacy, as I talked to you about before. They don't like my friends and criticize my friends all the time. And they are always nagging me about my homework assignments. So I don't like it when it is like this. Okay? So please speak like this. Number 2, another question to be blackened. What do they do to bother you? So this was the answer that I gave in the previous sentence, but if you have anything else, you may add it here. And the third one to be blackened here is what do you do or say about it? So do you take any action? And your response? And my response? No, I have never said anything about it simply because I think it's not going to work. They never listen to what I say. It's always my way or highway from their side. So, no, I haven't talked about it. But now that you say, yeah, I'm going to give it a shot next time it happens. So, two beautiful things in what I said as idioms. I'm writing them here for you. And the second one was I'll give it a shot next time. It means I'll give it a try. It means I try for that. And the first one, do you remember what the first one was? Honestly, I forgot what the first one was. But not a bad idea for you to leave it in the comments below the video, okay? Because honestly, I forgot it. I need to go back in the video and see what it was. So that was the story here. And now here it says, what other complaints do people sometimes have about their family members? So please pause the video here. It's a great chance for you to talk now and give your response. And here, I have some sample responses for these as well. So the sample responses here for the first question, it says, do they ever? Yeah, sometimes my siblings bother me. We don't always agree on things, and that can be frustrating. Yes. What do they do to bother you? The sample response. I forgot that I had prepared it before. They often borrow my things without asking, and it annoys me, bother. Also, we argue about small things like who gets control of the TV remote. A big challenge. Who gets control of the TV remote? But oftentimes these days I see everybody is on their cell phones, so no issue about TV these days, unless they're going to watch YouTube on. What do you do or say about it? When they borrow my things, I usually ask them to please ask first. To avoid arguments, I try to compromise. Like what? Like taking turns with the remote. So compromise means middle of the way approach. Means not exactly your side, not exactly my side. It is a halfway in between approach. Communication is important. So I talk to them about finding solutions to our disagreement. A very beautiful strategy. Conflict resolution. And now here we have as extra speaking, do you have similar complaints about anyone in your family member? If you do, please pause the video and talk about it because I talked a lot. But what other complaints do people sometimes have about family members? So other complaints, I have categorized them. So IELTS takers and TOEFL takers. Please see how I categorize the ideas one after the other and how I expand them. This is mainly targeted at you guys for your speaking and for your writing ideas because both of them need you to generate and expand your ideas. So, complaints people have about family members in 5 categories of communication: conflict and argument, lack of support, unresolved past issues, and invasion of privacy. It's not possible to talk about all of them in one go, but this is just for teaching you how to categorize ideas. Communication issues. Many people complain about communication problems with their families. This may involve misunderstandings, lack of effective communication, beautiful, or difficulty expressing feelings and needs. All of them are so common these days. Okay? Conflicts and arguments. Family members may frequently argue or experience conflicts over various issues. So over here means about, such as differences in opinions, values, or lifestyle choices. Sibling rivalry and parent-child conflicts are common sources of tension. Tension means problem, argument, conflict, issues. So here we had sibling rivalry. Sibling means brother or sister. Sibling rivalry means complaint or conflicts or arguments or problems that usually brothers and sisters have with each other. So sibling rivalry. And parent-child conflicts. So it is the conflict between parents and children. Lack of support, another complaint that family members have about each other. Some individuals, some people, feel that their family members are not supportive enough. Adjective enough. Unit 2. Whether it's emotionally, financially, or in pursuing personal goals. I will talk about this part. The perception of inadequate support, not enough support, can lead to frustration or spoiled relationships. So, inadequate support, a beautiful chunk. Spoiled relationships, again a beautiful response, a beautiful chunk. So, why is it adverb? Because it says family members are not supportive enough, adjective enough. So, adverb, adjective, noun. It is here emotionally supportive enough, financially supporting enough. Okay? A very beautiful response. Transfer the things into your vocabulary notebook. Number 4, unresolved, unsolved, past issues, past problems, past difficulties. Families often have unresolved issues from the past that continue to affect current relationships. These could be related to past conflicts, misunderstandings, or unaddressed emotions that linger over time. Wow. I'm reading it one more time. Families often have unresolved issues, unsolved problems from the past that continue to affect, verb, current relationships. These could be related to past conflicts, misunderstandings, or unaddressed emotions. Address as a verb means take care of. Unaddressed emotions, emotions that are not taken care of, emotions that are not paid attention to. So, unaddressed emotions that linger over time, that continue over time, that persist over time. Unaddressed. If we come here for address noun, address verb, both of them stress on the second syllable.
Address.
So if you address an envelope, no. If you address a problem, this one. If you address a problem, you start and try to solve it. So unaddressed means unsolved. Unsolved problem, unsolved issue. And the 5th complaint about family members, invasion of privacy. Complaints about boundaries being crossed or a lack of privacy within the family are also common. So, complaints about boundaries or limitations that are crossed, that are not taken care of, that are ignored, lack of privacy. This can include interference in personal matters, as I told you about the guy and cell phone. Unwanted advice. I'm not looking for your advice. Why are you always giving me your advice? Or lack of respect for individual space and autonomy. Autonomy means independence. So lack of respect for individual autonomy, individual space. Very beautifully, we talked about this question that complaints people usually have about their family members. You can think, categorize your ideas into different areas like what I did here about communication issues, about conflicts and arguments, about lack of support, unresolved past issues, and about invasion of privacy. So this is how you gather your ideas. You form them into sentences, then sentences into paragraphs, and finally into longer units of writing or speaking. Here I guess we are good with snapshot. And now, exercise 2, conversation. Okay, I hope you're not tired by now, but please do not look at this text. Just look at this picture and tell me what you see in the picture. It's not a difficult question. Please pause the video right now and speak. So if I want to speak, I say, in the picture I can see 3 teenagers. They seem to be about 17 years old. So since they are boys and they are roommates, the room is so messy. Clothes, books, socks, and everything is thrown everywhere. And one of them is on his cell phone, the other one is on TV, and the other one seems to be studying. And he's kind of bored or frustrated. Probably there is a lot of noise here because he has kind of blocked one of his ears. Okay, so please just know the topic of this conversation, the title. It says, I'll turn it off. Okay, with that in mind, please listen. What are they doing? And what is the problem in this conversation? Okay, I'm playing that for you.
Unit 6. Sure, I'll do it. Page 36. Exercise 2. Conversation. I'll turn it off. Part A. Listen and practice.
One more time. What is the problem? What are they doing? And what is the problem?
Please turn down the TV. I have to study.
I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
It's still too loud.
All right, I'll turn it off. I'll go watch the show in my room.
Thanks.
No problem.
This place is such a mess. Rodrigo, your clothes are all over the place.
They're not mine. And these books are yours, actually. Why don't you put them away?
I'm sorry. I guess I'm kind of nervous about my exam tomorrow.
That's okay. I know how you feel. Those exams drive me crazy, too.
Okay, like me, when I'm listening, I take notes. You please do so. So, could you please tell me what happened in the conversation? What are they doing? What is the problem? Okay, please pause the video and give the answer to these 2 questions. If not, I tell you that one of them is watching television and the other one is kind of pissed off. He is studying. He seems to be somehow nervous as he is picking on both his friends. One of them about too much noise, and the friend said, okay, no problem. I will go and watch the show in my bedroom. And the other one, he was on his cell phone in the messy room and clothes. And he said, okay, my clothes are here, but your books are all on the floor as well. So somehow this was a summary of this conversation. One more time, let's listen. Books uncovered. And this time, let's see what it says. Do I have any questions for you here? No. Please listen.
Those...
Unit Part A. Listen and practice.
Please turn down the TV. I have to study.
I'm sorry. I'll turn it down.
It's still too loud.
All right, I'll turn it off. I'll go watch the show in my room.
Okay, so the first issue is with the TV noise. Okay, we will cover it again. I talk about its words.
Thanks.
No problem.
This place is such a mess. Rodrigo, your clothes are all over the place.
They're not mine. And these books are yours, actually. Why don't you put them away?
I'm sorry. I guess I'm kind of nervous about my exam tomorrow.
That's okay. I know how you feel. Those exams drive me crazy, too.
Okay, you got it? So the second problem is with the clothes that are everywhere, and he says they are not mine. And besides, your books are everywhere. Okay, good. It was not a difficult conversation, but it has some points. Let's talk about them. It says, please turn down the TV. Turn down. So we got turn on, turn off, turn down, turn up. Okay? In the grammar part, I will talk about them. I have to study. Please listen to the pronunciation of this part. I have to study. It is not have to. I have to study. It is kind of f. This v is somehow pronounced f. I have to study. I'm sorry, I'll turn it down. It's still too loud. Very much loud that I cannot study. All right, turn it off. Turn down, turn up, turn on, turn off. I'll go watch the show in my room. So the first problem solved. The second one, this place is such a mess. Messy, not tidy. Everything is on the floor. Rodrigo, your clothes are all over the place. They're not mine. And these books are yours, actually. Why don't you put them away? Put away. Put something away means put it in its place. Why don't you put them away? Why don't you put your books in your bookshelf? I'm sorry, I guess I'm kind of nervous about my exam tomorrow. That's okay. I know how you feel. These exams drive me crazy too. Okay, so this is the conversation. I think it was not very difficult, and grammar-wise, we will talk about it. It's just two-part verbs. So, part B, let's listen to the rest of the conversation.
Unit 6, exercise. Page 36. Exercise 2. Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What complaints do Nolan and Rodrigo have about Ken?
Okay, so what complaints do Nolan and Rodrigo have about Ken? Let's see.
Whose clothes are these anyway?
They must be Ken's. He never puts his clothes away.
He never puts anything away, you mean? He's so messy. There was a pile of dirty dishes in the sink this morning. He just leaves them there. He never washes his dishes.
We have to sit down and find a way to divide the work around here. We are all messy and lazy, actually.
You know what? I'm beginning to miss home.
I'm beginning to miss home. So, did you understand what happened? In case you need to listen to it 2 times, rewind the video, watch it, and then give a short summary of that. But the problem is that, I hope that you pause the video and you talk instead of me, but the problem is that Nolan and Rodrigo feel that Ken is too messy. He never cleans anything, and his dishes are always dirty in the sink. So these 3 want to come to some sort of compromise. They need to talk to each other about this and divide the work around the house. One more time, let's listen to it.
Conversation.
Whose clothes are these anyway?
They must be Ken's.
Whose clothes are these? They must be Ken's. Whose clothes are these? They must be Ken's. Apostrophe, yes, be careful. They must be Ken's with apostrophe.
He never puts his clothes away.
He never puts his clothes away. Put away, put things in their place.
He never puts anything away, you mean? He's so messy. There was a pile of dirty dishes in the sink this morning.
There was a pile of dirty dishes. A pile of dirty dishes. Or you could go with, for example, a pile of books. A pile means the time you put things one on top of each other. So dishes are usually in a pile, books are in a pile, and lineman will help us see what else could be in a pile. That's why I tell you your lineman, your whatever dictionary should always be beside you. Search all the words. Pile, a pile of books, the picture says. Pile of ironing. I have a lot of clothes to iron, and they are in a pile. A pile of magazines. So,
He just leaves them there. He never washes his dishes.
We have to sit down and find a way to divide the work around here.
divide the work around here. Divide the work around here. So divide the work around here, and it means to share the work around here, yeah?
We are all messy and lazy, actually.
You know what? I'm beginning to miss home.
I'm beginning to miss home. Yeah, that's not that much unfamiliar for students living away from their family members. So right now that the conversation finished, if you want to have more speaking practice, please pause the video, give a summary of the conversation we just read, and give a summary of part B we just listened to. Okay? This way you are improving your speaking skill. If you are good, we move to exercise 3, and that is grammar focus. Would you please take a look at this chart and scan it for a second? So as you see, it's not that much of a grammar. It's a bunch of verbs, two-part verbs, and you need to just memorize their meaning, nothing else. Okay? You're asking me what two-part verbs are. I have thought about it before. I knew you might bring that question up. Two-part verbs are verbs made up of two elements, two components. What are the two elements? Number one is a verb. Number two is a particle. And what is a particle? It is an adverb or a preposition sometimes. So up, off, on, down, all of these are called particles, and they are added to a verb. Sometimes they change the meaning of the verb. You cannot guess. You cannot imagine what the meaning could be. For example, here we have turn down the TV, or turn the TV down, or turn it down. All the three are possible, but turn down it, impossible. When you got the pronoun, it can only come in between and not after the two-part verb. Put away your books, plural. Put them away. Put your books away, but put away them, impossible. Got it? Singular pronoun, plural pronoun. And request, please turn down the music. Okay, I'll turn it down. I'll will for responding to request. Put away your books, please. Please. All right, I put them away. Put them away, turn it down with the use of pronouns. Okay? I know you don't find it that much hard, but turn down the TV, correct. Turn the TV down, correct. Turn it down, correct. Ding, incorrect. Plural. Put your shoes on. Put on your shoes. Put them on, but put on them, wrong. You cannot say that. Part A, complete the request in with these words and then compare with a partner. So here we have a room, books, TV, socks, lights, jacket, magazine, cat, music, trash, and yard. And there is 10 verbs here, two-part verbs. You should decide, for example, for turn off here, the light makes sense. For example, turn the lights off, please, or turn off the lights, please, or turn them off, please. What about turn on? What do you suggest? Maybe TV. Turn on the TV, please, or turn the TV, please, on. Turn down. In this context, maybe stereo. Maybe, do we have stereo here? No. TV again. Or the music. Yeah, here. I didn't see these curved lines, waves. So, turn the stereo down, please. Turn the music down, please. Means turn the volume down. Opposite, turn up. Pick up your socks, please. pick up your books, please. Pick up the things that are on the floor. Put away your socks, please. Put away your books, please. Put away the glasses. Put away the dishes, please. Means put them in their place. Hang up. Hang up. If we got a jacket, I cannot, here. So, hang your jacket up, please. Hang up your jacket. Hang it up. Take off. Take off for clothes. Put on, opposite, take off. Take off your boots, please. Take off your sweater, please. Take off your your jeans, please. Clean up. If somewhere is messy, you clean it and you tidy it up. So here, in this case, we can say, clean up the living room, please. Or clean up the yard, please. Clean the yard up, please. Take out. Take the trash out. Take something outside home. Take the trash out, please. Take it out, please. And let out. Let this animal, let the cat, let the dog, let the child, anything, go out. Let out. Let the cat out. Let it out. Okay? Still, it's not grammar. It's vocabulary. You need to understand the meaning and memorize it. Okay? More practice for you. Extra grammar practice here. Turn the TV what? You tell me. Good. If you want to start it, turn it on. If you want to stop it, turn it off. And for the volume, turn the TV up, turn the TV down. For the volume here I got, you can turn the volume up, you can turn the volume down. Very good. Please guess before I blacken. Put your books away. Put away means put them in place. Put your socks, because it is put, the only thing is on. Of course, you can go with away, but put your socks on. We're going to leave home. Take your socks, opposite of that, off. Put on, take off. With the trash, what do? You take it outside home. So take it out, take the trash out. Hang your jacket. The jacket is on the floor. So hang it up, please. Hang it on the door, on the doorknob, on the hook behind the door, on the hook on the wall. Pick your stuff. Pick up. I think it's very easy. Exactly, it means what you think it should mean. Pick up your stuff or pick your stuff up. Let the dog, let the cat, let the child out. And your room needs a good clean up. So clean up your room, clean your room up. Got it, my friends? Transfer them into your vocabulary notebook and memorize them. No other way. Good. After that exercise, we got a pronunciation which is not difficult. Stress in two-part verbs. And it tells us that both parts of the two-part verb carry similar amount of stress. So pick up your things. Pick up your things. In this sentence, the only word that does not carry that much stress, because meaning-wise it's not that significant, is this part. But pick up and the object, all of them carry stress. Okay, this is this exercise. I think it's not that difficult to put time on. Who says yes to some word power here, working with our two-part verbs? So you please pause the video and read this box, then read all of these verbs so I can make sure that you're pronouncing them correctly. If you have done so, now I am doing. The yellow box, the garbage, the groceries, the magazines, the mess, the microwave, the towels, your coat, and your laptop. Okay, I think no new word. And here are these verbs, we know them. Clean up, hang up, pick up, put away, take out, throw out, turn off, turn on. Okay, good you are, good you are. What do you suggest for example, clean up? You can clean up the mess, and one extra word we need to suggest. For example, clean up your room, clean up the bathroom, clean up the yard, or whatever. Hang up, it's mostly used for your clothes. Hang up your coat, your jacket, your pants. Pick up, it's on the floor, pick it up. Pick up your, again, it could be your coat, the towels. Pick up, I don't know, the magazines. Pick up your laptop, it's on the floor, maybe someone steps on it, so pick it up. Put away means put in its place, usually groceries. Your mother, your father, they do the groceries and then they bring bags at home, so you need to put them away in this cabinet, in that one, in this one. So put the groceries away, put the magazines away, put the towels away, all of them. Take out, take the garbage out, usually take the garbage out. Throw out, it's not beautiful, but throw the garbage out. Throw, maybe there are some magazines, I don't want them, so throw them out. Turn on, turn off, both of them similar, so turn on the microwave, turn on your laptop, or off, and it could be TV, radio, or anything else. Got it? Good, good, good. Excellent, excellent students you are. You just don't know. You're excellent students, my friends. Here, I have some other exercises for you. So this is the thing that we just took care of with clean up. We said clean up the garbage, the mess, the kitchen. It has some extra words. Let's cover it. Clean up the garbage, the mess, and the kitchen. So clean up means clean and tidy up. In these two cases, it means clean. In this one, it means tidy up, put everything in its place or arrange. Hang up could be for towels, for your coat, for his shirt. Pick up the garbage. It's on the floor. Pick it up. Pick up the magazines, pick up the mess, the towels, your coat, your socks, and everything else. Pick up. Here we got put away, which is very beautiful, and we can use it lots of places. Put away means put in its place. Put away the groceries, magazines, towels, your coat, your laptop, your things. Take out the garbage, take out your laptop. For example, take out your laptop from your bag and take the dog out for a walk. Take the kids out for a play. And finally, throw the garbage out, throw the magazines out, throw the old food out. We don't want it here. Okay, and turn on and turn off. Turn on the microwave, your laptop, and the lights. Okay, you got it? This table could be a beautiful reference point for you. My suggestion, let me put it in one page. My suggestion, as I shrink the size, take a picture of it and have it in your phone from now, every now and then. Take a look at it. You will memorize that, okay? You can make good use of your phone gallery. I mean, you can take lots of pictures and store them under one folder. For example, English practice. And from now and then, you can listen, you can watch it. Okay? Speaking and vocabulary practice, part B. What does it say? It says, okay, I kind of changed this. What requests can you make in each of the following rooms? For example, in the kitchen. What requests can you make in the kitchen? With the word clean. What request? Make it a two-part and say. Good. Clean up. Can you clean up the dishes after dinner, please? Can you clean up the dishes? Can you clean up the kitchen after the dinner? It's messy all around here. With pick and in the kitchen. So it could be pick up the groceries. It could be pick up the dishes. They are, for example, on the floor. Pick up. Please pick up the groceries from the store. That is another sense, pick up. Take. What about take? Take out. Could you please take out the trash? Or take out the trash, please. And what about throw in the kitchen? Throw out. It's time to throw out the expired food from the fridge. So this is all the two-part verbs that here we have in the kitchen. What about your bathroom with clean? What do you suggest? It could be clean up, for example. Clean up the bathroom after you finish. Clean up the bathroom after you finish means you have taken your shower, so put everything in its place and make it clean. Hang. Maybe for bathroom towels would be good, yeah? You tell me the verb. Good. Hang up. Hang up your towel when you're done. When you're done. When you're finished. Put. Maybe put away. For example, put away the laundry. Put away the towels again. Put away the... Oh, nice. Put away your toiletries. Put away your toiletries after using them. And what is toiletries? In the bathroom, the things that help you clean up yourself. It could be your toothpaste, it could be your shampoo, it could be your soap, or all the things related to hygiene, toiletries. So put away, put them in their place. And what about turn? Maybe turn off. Don't forget to turn off the lights when you leave the bathroom. Don't forget to turn off the lights when you leave the bathroom. Beautiful. What do you do with clean in the living room? Clean up. Clean up is used in most rooms as you need it to be tidy. Let's clean up the living room before guests arrive. You have to. What about pick? Maybe pick up. Pick up the magazine scattered on the coffee table. Scattered on the coffee table. Everywhere on the coffee table. What about put? Maybe put away again. Put away the game controllers after playing, will you? Good. And maybe turn off. Turn on. Can you turn on the TV for me, please? Can you turn it off? I need to study. What do you do in the bedroom and clean? Again, clean up. Can you clean up your room before bedtime? I appreciate that. Maybe your jacket. The verb is hang up. Hang up your clothes in the closet, please. Put. Put away your shoes in the shoe rack. Shoe rack. Rack means place. So shoe rack, it's a place for putting your shoes in. Shoe rack. Put your shoes in the shoe rack, please. Put your shoes in the shoe rack, please. And let me give you some trick I always have myself. For example, I want to make or buy or find a shoe rack and I want it to be beautiful and creative. So I say, Google, help me. Creative shoe rack. For example, it gives me this one. It gives me this one. Yeah, you see? This is how you can take advantage of Google Image for your life. Yes. And put away. And finally, in which room were we? I guess in the bedroom. So turn in the bedroom, maybe the light. Turn off the lights before going to sleep, please. Okay, so this is the list of two-part verbs and how we can use them in different rooms. Okay, you got it? Thank you very much. Probably, as if you want to have more speaking practice, pause the video and say what you see in the picture. My sample response, I can see a girl. She's in about her 30s, early 30s. Looks like she's just come back home from shopping and she has done lots of shopping because she's got 4 bags just by herself. And I think she's been to a clothes store because part of the clothes are out of the bags and she feels happy and satisfied with her shopping because She's bearing a smile. She's bearing it. Sometimes beautiful words come in the middle of my talks, and then that's good for you. Bear a smile. So from time to time, when you feel that your ears are kind of tired or you need to get up and walk, in my case, sometimes my throat gets a little coarse, please pause the video, get up, rest a little, and come back, okay? So bear a smile we talked about, to have a smile, to wear a smile, again collocation wear, like your clothes, wear a smile. So if you're good, exercise 6 in helping around the house. This is also a beautiful collocation. Help around the house means help at home, doing things together, the family members. Who among these four is the messiest? Who does most of the work in the kitchen? Mothers. Who does the general chores inside and outside the house? Who worries most about the expenses? Looks like most of the answers go to the moms column, but this is our guess, and this is your chance to pause the video and speak. For example, say, I think the messiest person at home is most of the time family boy, because in most of the families I see their clothes are everywhere, their books are everywhere, and usually their rooms are the messiest place around the house. And then the same responses you can give for other questions, but I want to encourage you to talk. I have talked enough, my friends. That's your time now. So listen and see what it says. 51. Okay, we got some speaking for after the listening as well. 51 it is.
Page 37. Page 37. Exercise 4. Pronunciation.
No.
Page 38. Part A. Listen to the results of a survey about family life. Check the answer to each question. Sometimes more than one answer is possible.
Okay. First time we listen, I go non-stop. You just check the answers. Second time, sentence by sentence.
Welcome to this week's program, Who Has It Harder?, where we'll take a look at the roles and responsibilities of men, women, boys, and girls in families. First, thanks to everyone who responded to our survey. Rob?
Thanks, Natalie. Later on in the program, we'll be taking your phone calls and talking to Dr. Harris, a family psychologist, who will answer your questions. And now for the results of the survey. Natalie?
Well, in response to the first question, who is the messiest in the house? The answer was boys. 85% of you said that your sons or brothers don't help much around the house. They don't pick up their things, don't hang up their clothes, and leave their clothes lying around.
Interesting.
This is not something to be happy about, boys out there.
And what about the second question, Natalie? Who does most of the work in the kitchen?
Well, 84% of you answered women. Many of you also explained that the boys and men usually take out the garbage. The girls and women tend to cook, do the dishes, and clean up. Both boys and girls put the groceries away.
And what about general chores inside and outside the house, Natalie?
Well, according to our results, women usually clean up inside the house, while men usually clean up the yard. Both men and women contribute here, it seems.
That's good that everyone helps out. So what else do the men do?
Well, that's our next question. Who worries most about expenses? Our survey results indicate that men worry most about household expenses. One young man wrote to us saying, "My dad always tells my sister and me to turn off the lights if we're not in a room, not to spend so much time on the computer, to turn off the TV, well, everything really. I guess he's really worried about money." So, Rob, it appears dads worry the most about money.
Yes, very interesting. Well, now I'd like to introduce Dr. Harris.
Interesting. In the previous version of the book, it was moms who worry most about expenses, household expenses. In this version, the ideas have changed. Anyway, so you could kind of understand what the listening was about. It was not difficult, as it is a topic that most of us can identify with. Most of us have something experienced in our life related to that. However, if the topic of the reading or listening is something that is far from our general experiences, it is about something technical or too much scientific for us, understanding becomes even harder, as the topic is also unfamiliar. One more time, my friends, we go in. I pause it sentence by sentence for you, my dear friends.
Where we'll take a look at the... Welcome to this week's program, Who Has It Harder? Where we'll take a look at...
Who Has It Harder is the name of the program.
The roles and responsibilities of men, women, boys, and girls in families. First, thanks to everyone who responded to our survey.
Thanks to everyone who responded to our survey. So what is a survey? A survey is the time that we go and ask many people, different people, whatever, a population, their ideas about something. That is called a survey. So asking people of their ideas about something is called a survey. Survey, stress on the first syllable.
Survey.
Survey. So it's a poll. And you see, set of questions that you ask large number of population or people in order to find out about their opinion or behavior about something. This is survey. We, the verb for that.
We conducted a survey of parents in the village.
So conduct a survey. Conduct or carry out or do. Okay? Listen, please.
Rob?
Thanks, Natalie. Later on in the program, we'll be taking your phone calls and
We'll be taking your phone calls. We'll be answering your phone calls.
talking to Dr. Harris, a family psychologist, who will answer your questions. And now for the results of the survey. Natalie?
Well, in response to the first question, who is the messiest in the house? The answer was boys. 85% of you said that your sons or brothers don't help much around the house. They don't pick up their things, don't hang up their clothes, and leave their clothes lying around.
And you're laughing now you're listening to this? You should be ashamed of yourself, like me.
Interesting. And what about the second question, Natalie? Who does most of the work in the kitchen?
Well, 84% of you answered women.
So, an overwhelming majority answered for IELTS language takers. An overwhelming majority. An overwhelming majority means a big majority. So that is 84%.
Many of you also explained that the boys and men usually take out the garbage. The girls and women tend to cook, do the dishes, and clean up.
Cook, do the dishes. So for dishes we say do the dishes. And also we can go do the laundry. Do the dishes, do the laundry. Collocation.
Both boys and girls put the groceries away.
And what about general chores inside and outside the house?
General chores. So chore is the repetitive work, usually housework that you do not like to do. That is called chore.
Natalie?
Well, according to our results, women usually clean up inside the house, while men usually clean up the yard.
And let me tell you something. Life in a house is completely different than a life in an apartment. So, an apartment does not have outside work. It's mostly inside, and then family members can simply take care of that. But a house is bigger. It has inside and outside, the yard, fences and things around it. There could be lawn, trees, flowers, and all of that needs attention and time.
Both men and women contribute here, it seems.
Contribute. Contribute to something, yeah? Contribute. Contribute to something means help something.
That's good that everyone helps out. So what else do the men do?
So, because they think that maybe you do not know the meaning of contribute, in the following sentence, he paraphrases it and says, help out.
Ah, well, that's our next question. Who worries most about expenses? Our survey results indicate that men worry most about household expenses. One young man wrote to us saying, "My dad always tells my sister and me to turn off the lights if we're not in a room, not to spend so much time on the computer, to turn off the TV, well, everything really. I guess he's really worried about money." So, Rob, it appears dads worry the most about money.
Yes, very interesting. Well, now I'd like to introduce Dr. Harris.
Okay, you got it. So as you were listening, I put down some other words for you here. Expenses, cost or expenditure, all of that the same. Okay, good. Not a difficult listening. Do we have any speaking here? I guess we do. Yeah. It says speaking practice. That is after listening, speaking practice. How many questions? 4 questions. Good. So I have graded them out for you so that you got a chance to pause the video, think, and after that, give your own response. Do you think men and women share housework equally? Pause the video and give your answer. Mine? Well, I think it depends. In some families, men and women share housework equally. But in others, there might be more traditional roles where one person does more than the other. So it's not uncommon, traditionally speaking, at least at the time of our, for example, parents, roles were traditionally divided. Men just worked outside and were responsible for bringing money home, and women just worked inside, taking care of home. So there might be more traditional roles where or in which one person does more than the other. Number 2, who does more? Pause the video and speak. It varies. It is different. In some families, men might do more. In others, women take on a larger share. It really depends on the individuals and their preferences or agreements within the family. You are responsible for this, I'm responsible for that. So in some families, they've come to some sort of conclusion or agreement. In others, no. Anyone who can do whatever they wish or they do. What about boys and girls? Any response you got? This is the time you say it. I think it can be different for boys and girls too. In some families, even, everyone is expected to contribute equally, while in others, there might be certain tasks that boys or girls are more likely to do. It really depends on the family's beliefs and values. You see, these responses are not from an external word. They are simply what common people say. So I have tried to put in responses that are exactly your language. And what do they have to do? Your answer? The tasks that people have to do at home can include things like cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, and other household chores. It's important for everyone in the family to contribute. So right now we learned that contribute is a word used in sharing responsibilities, in group work, in helping each other. So in these scenarios you can use the word contribute. It's important for everyone in the family to contribute and work together to keep the home running smoothly. Run smoothly. Okay? Good and finished. Good and finished. Okay? Again, for more speaking practice, you may pause the video here and talk about the picture, what you can see here. If you can see a boy, for example, he seems to be in his 30s or so. He is doing the dishes and he seems to be thinking about something, or he has remembered something funny because he's wearing some sort of smile or chuckle, and he's in the kitchen with some kitchen things around. Yeah. Okay. Exercise 7. You please read the title. Difficult neighbors. It reminds you of someone, right? Yeah, I remember in my childhood we had a difficult neighbor. He was an old man. Right now that I think of it, yeah, I cannot take it hard on him because he was an old man. But yeah, he was most of the time nagging or arguing. Kids, why are you playing in the alley? Why are you making noise? Why do you throw your ball everywhere? Why did your ball come into my yard? Or things like that sort. Yeah. Let's listen to this part, my friends. Perspective. Okay. And match. 53. So just let me bring it up.
Page 39. Exercise 7. Perspectives. Difficult neighbors. Part A. Match the sentences. Then listen and...
Okay, matching these sentences before we listen. Would you take your garbage out, please? Which one do you suggest? Good, good. For example, C. It can attract insects. Would you mind not parking your car in my parking space? Your response? Good. I need to park mine there. Number 3. Would you mind turning the music down, please? Your response? I guess this one. The walls are really thin. The walls are thin, opposite, thick. Thin, thick. So the sound goes through to my apartment. Thin walls, and the sound goes through too. Number 4, could you close the door behind you and make sure it locks? We don't want strangers to enter the building, and can you keep your cat inside, please? It often comes to my apartment through the balcony. So here, basically, we need to listen to nothing. And we did it, okay? And it kind of set the scene for us to know what to expect in the grammar focus. As you saw, the sentences here are all requests, and they are polite requests. So here, our talk in the grammar part is request with modals and would you mind. Just take a look, scanning this table, and see what you see here. Okay, very good, very good. So what does it say? It says for making requests, you can use modals and simple form of the verbs, or you can be even more polite by would you mind and gerund. If we go to the Word file, here it says, here it doesn't say anything. It just says requests, and for politeness level, it increases in this fashion. More polite, and this one more polite. So I say, can you leave the door open? It's good. Could you please leave the door open? More polite. Would you please leave the door open? More polite. Would you mind leaving the door open, please? Don't close it. Don't close it. Would you mind leaving the door open, please? So, these are requests. And the level of politeness, as I told you, increases progressively that we are coming down. What about negative requests? Again, all of those with a not added. Can you not leave the door open? Could you please not leave the door open? Would you please not leave the door open? And would you mind not leaving the door open? After would you mind, we need a gerund. By gerund, I mean verb ing. And the not comes before the gerund. My suggestion, please read them out loud with me. Don't just listen to me. Read and repeat with me. Okay? Important points. After the modals, we got a simple form of the verb. After the would you mind, we got a gerund form of the verb. So you got all the data you need, right? Here it is. Can you keep simple form? Could you turn simple form, please? Would you park simple form, please? And now here, would you mind keeping? Would you mind turning? Would you mind not parking your car in my space? No problem, I won't do that anymore. I didn't realize it was a problem for you, man. I'm happy that you brought that up. Part A, match the requests with the appropriate answers. I give you 1 second to just think and prepare your mind. In that 1 second, I also do the same thing. So, did you do it? Because I paused the video and took a look at that. It says, would you mind, please read with me. Would you mind not using your phone in class? Sorry, I had to talk to my boss. Would you mind speaking more quietly? Good. Sorry, we didn't know we were so loud. Would you please turn on the air conditioner? Sure. Do you want anything to drink? Can you make a sandwich? Sure, no problem. I'd be glad to. Or maybe someone says, I'm really sorry, but I'm busy. Can you help me with my homework? I'm really sorry, but I'm busy. Or sure, no problem. I'd be glad to. Can you lend me $20, please? I'm sorry, I don't have any cash on me, my man. I don't have any cash on me. I don't got no cash on me. So here we have some extra speaking practice. Think of 5 unusual requests. Here it says, think of 5 unusual requests. So I have thought about it before, and I have provided the answers for you before, both in positive, both in negative forms. Positive, unusual requests. Can you lend me your pet rock for a day? I promise I'll return it safe and sound tomorrow. Safe and sound. Beautiful. Could you teach me how to speak dolphin? I always wanted to have underwater conversations. So speak dolphin also is an idiom, but here it just means speak the dolphin language. Would you please pass me the invisible ink? I need to write a secret message for my lover, for example. Would you mind? Would you mind sitting in the trunk? Car doors are all locked. And the negative request that we can have in this regard, can you not bring your alligator to the office party? Kind of request. Would you not suggest replacing all office chairs with giant eggs? So just imagine that in an office, instead of the chairs, we got X-size balls. Would you not think of initiating a water balloon fight in the break room? So initiate means start, and balloon, water balloon fight. Possible. Would you mind not reciting Shakespearean sonnets? in the middle of a budget meeting. So it's a budget meeting. It's very serious. Everybody needs to concentrate and think. But someone is reciting their Shakespearean song. So would you mind not doing that in the middle of the budget meeting? A sonnet is a type of poem. Okay, so positive requests, negative requests, they are all weird, and that was for the sake of extra speaking under our grammar focus part. Grammar focus was about requests done with modals, done with would you mind gerund. Okay, I hope you got it, my friends. In case you need more exercise, how do you do that? For example, examples with requests with modals. If you just want, exactly, you say with can, could, or would, and would you mind. So examples, example requests. Okay, here. And then can, could, would for invitations, offers, and requests. British Council. And here, there are all these sentences, yeah? So just tell you here that can and could, this is all bunch of examples here, or in any other website, you can go and find them. Okay, so I just want to tell you that yes, it's possible to go for more examples online, and this is how you do. Okay, just one point. Can and could here were not for the sake of ability, that you say why can and could are both in present tense. Could is for the sake of making a request. So in this case, can and could are just for making requests, and all of them are in present tense. If it was for ability, can is present ability, could is past ability. Here it is just for making requests, both of them in the present tense. Could, more polite than can. Okay, this was a summary of the can, could request part that we did. Now, if you are good, we go for speaking again. Speaking, we have done a lot, just apologies. A word here, apologies, and another one in our line band, ize. Apologize.
Apologize.
Apologize. The verb, ise British verb, and apology, y, which turns into ies as a noun. So the one here we got, it is a noun, apologies. But that one we had was a verb, apologize.
Apologize.
Apologize, that one is apologies. So apologize to someone for something or for doing something. I have talked about it a lot, but here again I do. If you have in your dictionary something like this, for parenthesis doing something, apologize for something, or apologize for doing something. What does that mean? It means you need to apologize for a noun. If you want to bring a verb, that verb should be in gerund form. For example, apologize for your, for example, apologize for your words. Apologize for saying your words. Apologize for saying those words. Apologize for those words. I changed this to those because it makes better sense with saying. Apologize for those words. Apologize for saying those words. Now, if you want to bring a person, that should be to. It says, I think you should apologize to your brother.
I think you should apologize to your brother.
Good. So we say apologize to someone for, let's put it here, apologize to someone for something. To somebody for something. Transfer these into your vocabulary notebook. Repetition and making examples will fix that in your mind. Okay, we are good here. Under apologies, we have different categories of giving an excuse. For example, something has gone wrong. Why is your dog barking so loudly all night? Oh, I'm sorry. And then you give your excuse. I didn't realize that it was bothering you. Admit a mistake. So there are steps to apologizing. Give an excuse. Admit a mistake. I accept that I have done something wrong. It's very difficult to accept doing something wrong. I forgot I left it here. Admit it. Accept it. Make an offer. Okay, I'll take it out right now. And make a promise. I promise it will never repeat anytime. So, for making an apology, you need to give an excuse, admit your mistake, make an offer, and then make a promise. Some extra speaking here I got for you. It says for the excuse. I brought examples for you. How to excuse. I'm sorry, but I had a family emergency yesterday, and that's why I couldn't return your lawnmower on time. Lawnmower. You know what it is? Lawnmower. Again, those living in apartments don't need it, but house residents need to have a lawnmower. Okay? Lawnmower. This is the apology coming from a neighbor. I apologize for something, the noise last night. We were celebrating a special occasion, special occasion, and it got a bit louder than we intended. Okay, beautiful. Even you can have them in your file whenever you need. You can use them because they are written generally. Admit a mistake. I admit I accidentally broke one of your flower pots while trying to clean my windows. I was cleaning my windows. One of your flower pots just fell. I'm truly sorry about that. Express your sorrow. I made an error in judgment when I parked in front of your driveway. I'm sorry for the inconvenience which is caused, reduced adjective clause. And communicate what you mean. I will talk about it just in a few weeks time from now. Make an offer. If you ever need help with grocery shopping or running errands, doing your daily things, feel free to, beautiful, to ask. I'd be happy to assist. Again, this one is beautiful, you can use. If you're planning a vacation, I'd be glad to keep an eye on your house. Keep an eye on your house. And water your plants while you're away. So they are your offers that you're making. Make a promise. I promise to be more mindful of the noise levels during weekdays, especially in the evening. So the law says that in the weekdays, you need to be careful about the level of the noise. On weekends, you can be more lenient and you can make noise a little longer at night, later. I'll make it a point to return any borrowed items promptly, quickly, soon. And I appreciate your understanding when things get busy. I appreciate your understanding when. So you can again transfer it into your vocabulary notebook. Useful. You can use it everywhere, in fact. Okay, so that was the speaking part. And for writing, looks like our unit is kind of finishing. A public message. Writing. Think about a problem that you could have with your neighbors. Okay, write a message explaining the problem and making a request. So you got a problem with your neighbor, you need to write down something expressing the problem and making a request. Here I got that for you. Okay, subject, noise issue request. So again, here you see if it's a message, this one is the one who has written the letter, the email, whatever, and this one is the recipient, someone who receives the email. So because that is my neighbor, because I know him well, and because we are kind of friends, I don't need to go with dear or hello mister or whatever. So I just go with his first name. If we were not that close, I would go, for example, dear Mr. Haqiqat. But here we are close, so I just go with hi Baram. That is my neighbor. I hope he picks up this message now and he doesn't continue making noise that much. I hope this message finds you well. So use it in every letter you want to write, in every email you want to write to your close friends. Recently, I've been experiencing some disturbance due to loud noise during evenings. It's challenging for me to concentrate on my work and relax. I understand we all have our routines. But could we please find a middle ground? Could we please find a middle ground regarding the noise level? Can we find some middle of the road approach? Not exactly your way, not exactly my way. Something satisfactory to both sides. Maybe we could agree on specific quiet hours. I appreciate your understanding. Again, beautiful. And I believe this will help create a more comfortable living environment for both of us. Thanks, Majid. So, the one reading this letter can find that this person has written it. Please sign the letter. If you don't sign, the person doesn't understand who is expecting that. So, I just a little downsize it to have it all in one page. So you see, it's not very long, it is polite, it explains the problem, and it offers some request, exactly like what we were directed. For you IELTS takers, for you TOEFL takers, especially for IELTS takers general, because they're supposed to do a letter writing, please read exactly what you're supposed to do. The question directions are telling you to do this, this and that. So please read the 3 bullets carefully and provide all the answers asked. Here, that's what I did. I explained the problem and I provided the suggestions or the requests. Okay? Thank you very much, my friends. And last exercise. Reading, exercise 12, hotel madness. The crazy things people say. So this reading, I loved it because it's about unusual requests that usually people have in hotels. Some people think because they are paying, they are buying all the hotel staff and all the things together. So it says, I think I look good in that jacket. Well, sir, we always try to help, but... So he wants to say, could I borrow your jacket or could I borrow your suit? Tomorrow I have some job interview. That's what I found here. Okay, for better clarity, I have had it typed before and here we read. I read it for you and talk about its beautiful words and phrases, and then I have a summary of the reading and finally some speaking with that. So let's read. There are about 500,000 hotels around the world. Every day, receptionists, servers, chefs, and managers work in these hotels looking after their guests. look after, take care of. Guests often make special requests for things like an extra large bed or a room with a view of the water. So these are some common requests made. So make requests. Make a request. And sometimes people complain when something is not satisfactory. In the US, around 2/3 of those complaints are about the noise that other guests are making. So, about 2/3, 70%. Sometimes guest requests and complaints can make a hotel worker's job almost impossible. How? See. Here are some very weird requests that hotel workers have actually heard. See, quotation mark, it means that this is a sentence that someone has actually said. Would you mind lending me your suit tomorrow? I have a job interview to go to. So what should the hotel staff say in this regard? Could one of the staff give my daughter a hand with her homework? Can you please fill my bath with chocolate milk? I'd like chicken for dinner, please. That's not uncommon. That's quite usual. But only the right leg, please. So what's with the left leg? What's the difference between the right and the leg? The left. Can you make sure all the strawberries in my cereal are the same size? How could some people think of these requests? Some hotel guests are also very good at something, finding or imagining problems. How? These are of their crazy complaints. Some of the crazy complaints. At a London hotel, you see that the stress of hotel is on the second syllable, hotel. 40 miles from the coast. 40 miles from the coast. So it means about something like 65 kilometers or 70 kilometers or 60 kilometers, something like that. From the coast, I can't see the ocean from my room. 40 miles from the coast. I can't see the ocean from my room. People's request. At a Portuguese hotel. My bed is way too comfortable. I keep oversleeping and missing the best part of my day. Why my bed is so comfortable? This is a complaint. At a hotel in Spain, there are too many tasty dishes on the restaurant buffet. I've gained more than 5 pounds. Complaint. To the reception in the middle of the night. I haven't been able to sleep at all. My wife won't stop snoring. Would you do something about it that my wife is snoring? People and their request. After coming back from a day trip to a water park. Nobody told us to bring our swimsuits and towels to the water park. Why didn't anyone? So next time you're at a hotel and the staff look tired, please be patient and understanding. Maybe they've had a stressful and rough day like what you saw just now. Okay, not very difficult words in it, but the reading summary. I want you to understand how to make a summary. Where is it useful? For TOEFL test takers. In the speaking part, in the integrated questions where you hear something and you're supposed to make a summary out of, or when you read a text and you're supposed to make a summary out of. And also in the writing integrated part of TOEFL. Okay? Summary of that in 95 words. The world has around 500 hotels where workers, including receptionists and chefs, strive to meet guest needs. So, to meet guest needs. to satisfy their needs, to answer their needs. Guests often have peculiar requests, unusual requests, like borrowing a suit for a job interview or filling a bath with chocolate milk. So, peculiar requests, unusual, weird. Complaints, mainly in the US, often revolve around or about noisy neighbors. Some absurd requests, bizarre, unusual, peculiar, strange, wanting only the right chicken leg for dinner, or uniform sized strawberries in cereal. Beautiful. Odd complaints, odd means unusual, range from a too comfortable bed causing oversleeping to gaining weight due to tasty buffet options. Range from this to that. Hotel staff faces challenges, so patience is crucial for understanding their potential stressful days. You see, it covered all the text. It didn't talk about it word by word, but it gave all the necessary information. Someone reading just this can understand what the reading is about. If they want more explanation, they should go and read the whole text. This is a summary. The summary should exactly give what the idea was. And for more details, they can refer to the text itself. And there is a part A, not difficult. Match these words. There's a part B, not difficult. Part C. Part D, imagine you are the manager of a hotel. How would you respond to these requests above? So to these unusual requests, how would you respond? You see, it's a very beautiful exercise. My suggestion, please pause the video and answer all of these weird questions, but you are in the position of a hotel manager and you should be as polite as possible, okay? My suggestion, do it before I show you the answers. So, the request, would you mind lending me your suit tomorrow? I have a job interview. Polite request, thank you for reaching out. While I'm unable to lend my personal suit, we'd be happy to assist you with any other request to ensure that you have successful job interview. Please let us know how we can help. You see, it's a very wise answer. Why? Because it starts by thanking the person. So have it in your mind. It finishes by putting the things in their shoes and saying, I have done the things I was supposed to here in the middle, and now if there is something, you please let us know how we can help you. So beginning and end are very beautiful. What about the middle? I'm unable to lend my purse. So answer the request. Would you please lend me? Sorry, I'm unable to do that, but we'd be really happy to assist you with any other request. So divert the topic. You see? In just 4 sentences, thanked the person, answered the request, diverted the mind, and had a positive and beautiful wish for the person. And finally, is there anything else we can help you with? So this is the strategy and the steps how you can answer while being polite, but not doing that absurd or unusual thing the person wants. Request. Could one of your staff give my daughter a hand with her homework? Polite response. We appreciate your unique requests. So, thank. Always start with a thank. While our staff is singular verb, is not equipped for tutoring, so answer. We can certainly provide a quiet and comfortable space for your daughter to work on her homework. Let us know if there is anything else we can do to make your stay enjoyable. So again, passing it back to the person and see what they say. Oftentimes, they say nothing. The following request: can you please fill my bath with chocolate milk? We understand you have a sweet tooth. So instead of chocolate milk, the guy changes the topic to sweet tooth. We know that you love sweet things. Unfortunately, we are unable to fill the bath with chocolate milk due to hygiene reasons. So there are some hygiene protocols that stop us from doing this. However, we'd be happy to provide a delightful selection of chocolates or desserts to satisfy your cravings, your wants, your wishes for eating. Please let us know your preference. Again, passing it back to the person. Request: the chicken dinner and the right leg, please. Certainly, we'll do our best to accommodate your request for a chicken dinner with the right leg. Our chef will prepare it with care. If you have any other specific preferences, feel free to let us know, and we'll make your dinner experience enjoyable. So this one is not absolutely impossible. You can put, for example, the person wants 4 drumsticks. So 4 right leg, just it doesn't harm, and the left can go to someone else. And in fact, it doesn't make any difference. Why would it be different? Request: can you make sure that all the strawberries are of the same size? Polite answer: absolutely. We aim to make your breakfast experience perfect. Our kitchen staff will ensure that all the strawberries in your cereal are the same size. So by the same size, the person is not equipped with some special measuring equipment to see if this one is 1 millimeter bigger or smaller. So this one says yes, and just they try with their vision and eyes, they try to make sure that they are somehow of the same size. If there is anything else you'd like personalized, you'd like customized, please inform us and we'll gladly assist. So you see, in all the answers, the final sentence is to pass it back, and oftentimes the person just says thank you. Okay? Remembering to maintain a friendly and accommodating tone of voice helps in addressing unusual requests with professionalism and courtesy, politeness. So if you want to address the unusual request with professionalism, courtesy, and send your guest back to their room with their smiles, happily, just accommodate that with your tone, with your friendly tone. Okay, you got it? And that is all about Unit 6 of Blue Interchange. Next time, my friends, where are we heading for? Unit 7. What do you use this for? So somehow talking about technology and things. I know that the grammar of this unit is not that hard, but we will take care of it next session. For a unit review, the book version, and after that, the Word file version. What did we talk about today? We talked about family complaints. Here there was a list of family complaints we talked about. Here we had some extra speaking. The conversation about these 3 boys and 2-part verbs we talked about. Part B, and their problems with their messy roommate. Grammar focus about 2-part verbs, we talked about it. I told you that turn down the TV okay, turn the TV down okay, turn it down okay, but this one incorrect. It could be singular pronoun, it could be plural pronoun. And the answer to the request with will. Okay, here again we took care of the exercises, no problem. Word pattern, we filled them in. And here again the list of the 2-part verbs with the collocation, with the words that they collocate. The listening, who works more around the house. neighbors and their problems, difficult neighbors, setting the scene for our second grammar point, which was request with modals, request with would you mind. After modals, we have simple form of the verb. After would you mind, a gerund. And all of them can have a not to make them negative. Would you mind not parking? Answering these, we headed for the speaking. Here about apologize and apologies we talked about. These four guys giving an excuse, admitting the mistake, making an offer, and making a promise we talked about. The writing that we did and the reading that just right now we covered about unusual requests. And in the word file, what did we talk about? Unit 6, the areas that I told you about. So complain and complaint, both of them the stress on the second syllable. Complain to someone about something. Put in, take off, they were opposites. So here we had some extra speaking practice. My suggestion, go back and listen to this part over and over. It will help you. And please speak with that. Extra speaking we had. And the problems with family members in different areas that we categorized our ideas and thoughts into. In the conversation, we talked about it. Just this sentence was beautiful. They must be Kens with the apostrophe. Pile we talked about. Divide the work around the house. Two-part verbs. I told you about them. And we had some extra practice here. Pronunciation, nothing that difficult. Word power here, I had this table for you. It was beautiful. Speaking again, what verb goes into which room and what you can do in each room with each of these verbs that we had some requests for. In the listening part, we talked about survey, that you know what it is about. We talked about an overwhelming majority of, which means around 80-90% of something. Do, collocating with dish and laundry. Contribute to, which was help. And there's lots of space here. Again, about the extra speaking that we had. Grammar focus about requests that we talked here. As I told you, the level of politeness increases progressively as we come down. Positive requests we had, negative requests we had, about the verb form after modal, simple form of the verb form after would you mind, gerund. Extra speaking again we had, and safe and sound, which was something beautiful. And apologize to someone for something. And here we had the excuse, the admit a mistake, the make an offer, and make a promise that we had. Writing, me and my neighbor. I hope this message finds you well in the beginning of your message. Middle ground, somewhere satisfactory to both sides, and appreciate your understanding. Again, this one is beautiful. And in the reading, look after. Make a request. And in the reading summary, meet your needs. Peculiar request, strange request, weird. Revolve around, to be about. And here, the responses that the hotel manager had for the unusual requests. Okay? So thank you again one more time for watching the video. I hope that through repetition, through practice, and through speaking, actually speaking with me, your speaking is getting better and better daily. Please, if you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please kindly do so. If you find this video interesting and informative, please share it with your friends. They will also need it. And hit the notification bell so you know the next video comes and you can enjoy watching it first thing in the morning. Okay, my friends, thank you very much again. I hope a brilliant day is ahead of you, and take good care of yourself. Before I forget, you can see Santa in my bag. So, in advance, Happy holidays to all of you. Wish that 2024 works out the best for all of you, and that is the year for your beautiful dreams to come true. Take good care and bye.